First and foremost, free the whole world, boss. I am your gracious host, Caspian Montgomery. Welcome, Gaza Nation, to another episode of the Vybz Kartel Show. Today, we will be breaking down the song Adianna to the patois illiterate, and I want to wish Adianna a happy belated birthday, but like the boss said, this entire month is yours, so happy birthday, Adianna. And without further ado, teacher, please begin.
Girl, swear to God that you my rather. Well, me coulda never love you like my daughter Adianna. Clean Air Force, pearl white, say Madonna dark. See me young one like you, not see me Stevie Wonder.
Adi the innocent begins the first verse by speaking to this woman, and I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that this song is dedicated to Adianna and to Adianna's mother. But he says, swear to God, it is you that I would rather. So he loves her, and he would rather be with her, but things happen in life, and that just could not work out. And then he reaffirms that by saying that he could never love her like he loves Adianna. He couldn't love any woman on earth as much as he loves his daughter, and I fully understand that. And then he says that he is clean, he has the clean Air Forces, the pearl whites, and then he says Madonna, and Madonna is very white. If you've seen her recently, she is like a ghost. That is how white her skin is. And the Air Force Ones, the all whites, they are just a classic, an all-time classic. Everybody should have a pair in their closet. And then he says, see me and go on like you nah see me. So you see me and then you act like you don't see me. Stevie Wonder. And we all know that Stevie Wonder is a legendary musician, and he is also blind. So he's saying that they have their fallouts. They go in and out of relationships. Sometimes she wants to talk to him and acknowledge him, and then sometimes she pretends that he is just the baby father that troubles her.
Make we kick it like Kung Fu Panda under. Stand I love your under, siege you tell Rwanda. Make up on everything, done chill. Girl, you're safer than the rich man and the camel and the eagle.
One Dawn then says, make we kick it like Kung Fu Panda. So that is quite a metaphor. Kung Fu Panda, as you know, is a cartoon, and the panda knows Kung Fu. So he's saying, let's hang out and kick it. I believe he's talking to Adianna's baby mother, and it might be a reference because it might be a special reference to the family, because maybe they watched Kung Fu Panda when Adianna was very, very young. And then he says, understand, I love you, and see it, and then tell a bundle of joy. Tell Adianna that I not only do I love Adianna, but I do love her mother. She must know that. And then he says he governs everything. Don Cheadle. And that, I'm going to guess, is when Don Cheadle played the manager of Hotel Rwanda, and he ended up governing everything. He became a hero, and that is what Vybz Kartel is to the entire world. And then he says, girl, you are safer than the rich man, the camel, and the needle. And that is a Bible reference. I believe, I'm going to paraphrase, but I believe that means I'm trying to think off the top of my head. It is easier to put a camel through the eye of a needle than send a rich man to the kingdom of God. So that is a very powerful line, but she is safe. So he is the rich man. It might be tough for him to get to heaven, but Adianna and Adianna's mother, they are safe because they have inherited his wealth. What a wonderful, splendid line. He is such a genius. And with that last line, we have reached the glorious chorus.
But me coulda never love you like my daughter Adianna. But me coulda never love you like my daughter Adianna. Prini. But me coulda never love you like my daughter Adianna. But me coulda never never love you like my daughter Adianna.
This chorus is just spectacular. It is one of my favorite choruses of all time. It is very simple, but it is so powerful. He says, but I could never love you like my daughter Adianna. He could never love another woman. You must remember that. The only woman that is even close in his heart is Mrs. Palmer, his mother. And other than that, it is Adianna. All other women come after that. You must remember this. Women, his daughter is his world. And I must say also that Adianna is, I follow her on Instagram, and she is just a model citizen. She is exactly what you would want a daughter to become. So that shows that Kartel, all of his Prini are just wonderful children, and Adianna is no exception. And then he repeats that, and then in the background you hear him say Prini, and Prini is his nickname for Adianna. That is just short for princess. So he is calling her princess because that is what she is. He is the king of dancehall, and she is his princess. So I do love this chorus. It is just very meaningful. I must take my hat off to Kartel, as I always do.
Hey girl, you full of chatter, that's why you love the poet. But the Adianna type love low it. Even if you have a movie theater, I could show it. Nobody touch me, but so he wrote.
The boss of all bosses begins the second verse by talking to Adianna's mother, and he says, "Hey girl, you're full of chat, and that's why you love the poet." So that means she must be able to match wits with the poet, because I'm sure we all know from his UWI lectures that he is quite the talker. And then he says that, but the Adianna type love, low it. Don't even ever think that you will ever be in the same category as Adianna. Woman, you will never be there. She is special in his heart. And then he says, even if you have a movie theater, he couldn't show it. He could not show the same amount of love to any woman, not even her mother, as he could to Adianna. And then he says, and do not bother about touching me and saying, oh, you're so heroic, because he's not just chatting. He's not just talking. He's not just filling her head up. He is very serious about what he is saying. There is no way that he will ever love another woman like he loves Adianna. And that is what any real father should feel like. So he doesn't want to be applauded for that.
Yeah, hey girl, you full of chatter, that's why you love the poet. 1 million of all breeze and just go blow it. Hey, what about the perfect view panorama? What a smile, cool gate, must be proud of that one, yeah. Youngie.
Mr. Palmer then repeats that she is full of chat, and that's why she loves the poet. And then he says, here, hold $1 million. And I don't know if that's USD or JMD, but he says, here, hold 1 million, and then just act like the breeze and blow the $1 million. Just go ahead and spend this. That is how much of a boss World Boss is. He could give his baby mother $1 million and say, go ahead, have fun with that. And then he says, what a body, perfect. The view is panorama. And that means that he's giving a compliment. I'm not going to ever speak about his baby mother like that, but he is saying that her bumper is broad. And do apologize. I hope no one takes offense, but he is saying that her body is still very lovely. And then he says, what a smile. Colgate, just like the toothpaste, you must be proud of the one, yeah. So either he's talking about how proud they are of Adianna's smile, how they made such a beautiful baby that turned into a beautiful young woman, or he is saying that maybe she got her teeth done, or maybe she was born with a wonderful smile, but either way he's complimenting the mother or Adianna, both of them at the same time. Either way he loves them, and he always takes care of them. And with that last line, we have reached the glorious chorus once again.
But me coulda never love you like my daughter Adianna. But me coulda never love you like my daughter Adianna. Prini. But me coulda never love you like my daughter Adianna. But me coulda never love you like me daughter Adianna.
I would like to take this time, if Adianna does happen to see this video, I am going to take this time to wish her a wonderful, earth-strong, more life, more strength, more blessings. Continue in the path that you are on, because you are a lovely young woman, you are very smart, very intelligent, and the entire Gaza Nation is very proud of you, and we are all praying that your father comes home as soon as possible so you can be reunited with him. Please hold the faith, Prini.
The love of it already, nothing query. Straight like me now use credit. Cleaner than the song without a edit. Up in your bed, me are the menace.
The king of dancehall begins the third and final verse by telling Adianna's mother that the love that he has for her, she has vetted it already. She has already checked and knows that his love for her is real, so she doesn't have to query, she doesn't have to ask questions, she doesn't have to question herself. The love that Kartel has for her is true, real love. And then he says straight, like he doesn't use credit, so he doesn't have to borrow from anyone else. The love is straight. The love is, again, 100% real. And then he says, the love is also cleaner than a song that you don't have to edit. So a song that isn't raw, the lyrics are fine just the way they are. You do not have to edit them. That is how their love is. And then he says, up inside of her bed, he is the menace. So now he is speaking very slack, and he is saying, though when they are in the bedroom, it is a very different scenario. He is a menace in the bedroom. He is a bedroom bully.
Up in your promised land, not Dennis. Sky map, Venus, which tennis. Love bring pain, remember when we're ready. No secret, Victoria tell it.
The dancehall hero then says that he is in her promised land, not Dennis. So referring to the last line when he said that inside of her bed he is a menace. Dennis the Menace was an old cartoon, and he was definitely a troublemaker, but so he is just obviously playing with words as he always does. And then he says sky map, Venus, which tennis. We all know that Venus and Serena are the greatest female tennis players of all time, and in tennis, if you have a 0-0 score, they call it love. So he is just, again, using his alien brain to come up with lines that no one else on earth could come up with. And then he says, love brings pain. So remember, when I am ready, it will not be a secret. Victoria will tell it. And I'm flabbergasted at how he comes up with these lyrics. He just uses words so differently from any other musician on earth. We all know that Victoria's secret is the women's lingerie, but he is saying that when the love is real, when the love is true, he's not ashamed of it, so he will tell it. Victoria will not keep that secret. It is just it's amazing. It's amazing how one man can have these many songs and still bring new lyrics to the table.
Love how you know bother with the speech and with the drama. Guilty pleasure there, you're not the Jew in Ariana. Hungry girl, come for your banana. Hotter than the Kano girl, like you a cool sana.
The teacher then says that he loves how Adianna's mother, she doesn't bother with the chatty business. She doesn't bother with the drama. She stays out of it like a good woman should, because she is being taken care of by the king of dancehall. So just stay out of the mix-up. And then he says, guilty pleasure, not the jury and not your honor. So he's not talking about court, he's talking about guilty pleasures, and that is the pleasure of being with a gallus. And then he says she is hungry girl, and then he repeats, a hungry girl, come for the banana. And that is Kartel saying that if she does need to have some copulation with the king of dancehall, go ahead, come for the penis. And then he says that she is hotter than a volcano, and at the same time she is cooler than the sauna. So she is everything. She is a wonderful woman, and he is just complimenting her as a good baby father and father should do to the mother of his child.
Me a your man, you have to know if it's spell a DJ Palmer. Don't watch your friend, but just suppose up as in farmer. Me we give you almost anything you wanna. Bring you up if it make you feel nirvana.
Our great Gaza leader then says that he is her man, so she has to know how to spell Adidja Palmer. She has to know who the world boss is, because it must be very tough to be with a superstar amongst superstars. And then he says, do not watch the friends that just pose up as informers. Do not watch the bad mind women that just want to be a friend so they can get some gossip and details to throw it out to the vloggers. Please keep your head on correctly and stay away from those type of people. He's just teaching, as he always does. He's just saying, please stay away from the drama. It only leads to bad things in your future. And then he says, he will give you, if you do that, he will give you most, and keep an eye on that, keep an ear on that, most anything you want to. No one in this world gets everything that they want, but he will give almost anything that she wants. And then he says he will bring her up to heaven and make her feel nirvana. Nirvana is the ultimate pleasure. He will bring her up to the heavens. He will do all this for her, and then he ends it with, but he will still never love her like he does Adianna. And Adianna, you should count your blessings every day that you have a father that cares for you this much. This is not just a song. This is his true feelings, and I know you know that more than the rest of us. And with that last line, we have reached the end of another Vybz Kartel masterpiece. As always, thank you, Gaza Nation, for tuning in. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss an episode. I will not take up any more of your time, so until we meet again, it is Gaza me say forever.
But me coulda never love you like my daughter Adianna. But me coulda never love you like my daughter Adianna. Prini.